Good evening, YouTube. Woohoo! Yeah, baby. So we are back with another video. What's going on, ballers? Welcome. And that's a quick look at the new ball cap that's available on our website. We just sent some of these out, so these are starting. Production is up and running. So these are available. T-shirts are available. Tank tops and T-shirts for the ladies as well. And Matt's gonna grab the camera.
Yep.
We got a few things that we're gonna do tonight. We can chit chat a little bit about Arlington. We finally got back from there. I do have some care packages. Looks like we're doing a sticker swap with some people, so we're gonna open that. We can take a look at those. And then we have the ghost clutch, and then we had 2 eggs from a red stripe clutch that we'll look at those. The ghost stuff has shed out. The red stripes are in the process. And then the big to-do tonight is the egg cutting. And so the egg cutting is a pinstripe that we produced a couple of years ago, and we paired her with an OD Fire. And there was a lot of speculation on social about her looks and how reduced she is, and maybe she's a super pin and all this stuff. We have 5 pippers out of 7, and right now I can tell you I have 5 pinstripes. So we will get to all that stuff. But one of the first shout outs here is Wise Constrictors. Met this gentleman in Arlington. He does follow me on Instagram, so it was great catching up with you. We actually hung out and had a couple drinks at the auction, and saw him throughout the day there. And we're going to open this first one. Trying to keep some of it intact. Yeah, these are pretty cool. Triton Defense. Serpents, Triton.
Those are pretty cool.
Yeah, these are great looking stickers. Those will definitely look awesome on the wall, on the sticker wall. So I do have some stickers that'll be going out to Triton. And this one came from Pandemonium Reptiles. Neat little panda bear there. Lots of color on that one. I like it.
Yeah. Looks good.
And there's a little note on the back. Thanks for support and the swap. So again, I've been away, ladies and gentlemen, whoever else there may be that's behind those stickers. And I will be getting these put together and out to you.
Oh, Dave wants to look at the back of the hat. I think it's just Velcro.
It's
right?
a Velcro strap. So it kind of looks like a fitted, but it's not.
Yeah, we don't have no name on the back.
Yeah, I would like to get the name on there, but currently with the
Where we're currently
the
going
print
through.
on demand place that I'm using, it's not available. So all I can get is the front, which still came out pretty good, looks pretty decent. There are 3 colors available: the black, the red and gray, and then there is a forest green and gray. I'm probably going to work on, see if I can find a army green and then do a black logo so that it will match the new army green shirts that are available out there. Yeah, this is a print of the 1%er shirt. However, they're doing a reprint for us because this color did not come out red.
Right.
So those should be in shortly as well. So yeah, let's
Let's look at some snakes.
Yeah, let's look at a few snakes. So these guys have all had one meal, and that's the first one. And the pairing was a pastel inchy yellow belly 66% het ghost to a inchy cinnamon pastel 66 het ghost. I did not hit any ghost. However, this one has some really crazy color and flames.
Looks crazy.
So this is a pastel inchy yellow belly. And because I didn't produce visuals, I don't even know if I can say that there's ghost in here, because neither both of these animals were produced by us. So they are 66s, but they very well may not have the gene, so I can't even say that there is ghost in here, but the color is quite amped on there, which I believe, again, I believe is from, I'm going to put the cloth down while we do these, just see if it...
Get some of that roof. Get away from that
Reflection
reflection
away.
away. Yeah. Woo! Feisty little guy.
Yeah.
Guy,
Little
gal.
girl.
There we go.
That may look a little better.
Close up. Yeah, don't look at my finger.
So this one I believe to be the same thing. Pastel Inchy Yellow Belly. But there's definitely some color amp over here. So
yeah, a little bit more orange.
Yeah, so I mean, I'm going to say that at least one of the animals has it. However, I don't know which one. So I think these will end up being a 50%ers, but I'm not really sure. So, you know, without producing a visual, it's really hard to say. But these are pastel Inchy Yellow Bellies. That just look really good.
Yeah, the flaming is insane on these guys.
Yeah.
Look at that.
There's a good look at the flame and blushing on here. So good. All right, on to the next ones. So this one here, this is a pewter yellow belly. All these guys have shed and had one meal at this point.
Now that you open them up, don't want to stay still.
Yeah. And I'll hold this guy off to the side and I'll put these, there's two pewters. We'll put them side by side so you can see the difference. Now, this is a super pastel. I've been told that there's 100% no cinnamon in that, and I kind of disagree. The more I look at this, I think this is a super pastel Inchy cinnamon. I've made the cinnamon Inchy combos before with a single pastel, and this peachy color in here and the shape in here looks almost identical to it. It's a bit lighter on this animal, probably because of the super, but yeah, I don't know. I don't know for sure. Everybody keeps telling me there's no cinnamon in there, but there's nothing else that makes the color change. There's nothing else available that's going to make that color change.
Right.
So here's a look at the head.
Crazy white.
Yeah, really blush. Looks really clean. Yeah, I don't know. I've made super pastels before, and they've never, ever. I've made many super pastels before, and they don't look like this. I mean, there is two forms of, well, not two forms, but there's Inchy on both sides and yellow belly on one side. I made super pastel yellow bellies. They don't look like this. I have not made super pastel Inchies or super pastel super Inchies. So maybe you guys can kind of chime in and see what you think. But really clean, looks really good. Great look.
Dub 45 is saying there's Cindy in there.
Yeah, this is actually a girl, so
Yeah.
maybe she'll have to stay to figure it out. But I really do. I think this is a super pastel cinnamon Inchy. But
Yeah, Dub 45 says the alien heads really look like it. Look like it's got the Cindy in it.
Yep. So we'll see what time. Yeah, I think so too, Camo. So I think this, again, I think this animal will be a super pastel cinnamon Inchy, and it being a girl, this might be the one that I keep from this clutch. Not that I need a lot of
Right.
of
Pastel.
yeah, all the pastel stuff.
I don't know. We might be at the New Hampshire show. Maybe, I don't know.
Yeah, we'll
We
see.
got-
We'll see what happens. So this one's a minimum a pewter, so a pastel cinnamon, and I don't think there's anything else in this one here.
Welcome,
Thanks,
Leon.
Mark.
Like, it's
Looks pretty good.
It looks cool because like you get all that grayish here, and then it gets really
Yeah, all
darker.
pixelated. So I'm gonna put this one right beside it. So this one in spots, and it's a lot busier down the dorsal. Now,
Woo!
now Nerd had a pewter yellow belly posted on Morph Market, and get over there, behave. And it looked almost identical to that animal, except for it was more brown, and that would probably come from it being a little older. But I initially thought these had a visual ghost, but was told that they don't because of their being so dark. So that was my hopes and dreams of hitting the ghost was in these two. It doesn't look like.
That one's really feisty.
Yeah. Maybe it would eat again. So I believe, if I remember correctly, this was a girl, this was a boy. So these guys will be will be available once they've had a couple more meals. But you can see they're good eaters. They like to go get it.
Dave was like, that one's that puzzle.
Yeah, just about. And I got one more from this clutch. And this girl proved out my theory on the male. Right down here.
Yeah.
Again, it's hard for me. It's hard for me to see Enchi, especially with cinnamon. And I had an inkling. And again, the animal actually produced this looked similar to that super pastel. But yeah, we do have a super Enchi here. This is a girl. You know, maybe there's a heifer ghost in there, but she looks pretty good. And I love that. I love that pattern, that banded pattern that you get with the super Enchi, and you almost got that full head strap.
Yep. Just a little
Just
break.
a little break. Yep. All right.
Now we had a couple eggs that hatched on us.
Yeah, and I didn't cut these live. I only had 3 eggs to begin with, and one of them didn't make it through the incubation process, and the other one of these two actually didn't look all that great to begin with. So I'm like I thought I was only going to have really 1 egg, so I cut them before I left. And this here is a red stripe. So the pairing for this was a pastel red stripe yellow belly to a pastel clown. So obviously the gene I was after was the red stripe, and really wanted the red stripe yellow belly just to put into the clown project. I don't know that I'll make a Pompeii, but I really like what I've been seeing red stripe does in the clown game and some other games. So who knows where it's going to end up long term.
Yeah.
So red stripe, 100% het for clown.
And you said you got one or both boys, right?
Yeah, that's a boy. This is also a boy. This is a red stripe yellow belly. So this is slightly different. You can see the sides are a little bit different. There's some flaming there. A little bit more intensity with the speckling. And the color is slightly different. This one is a little more red. And again, this is hard to see. This will be their first shed, so all these colors are going to amp once they shed. I can see it with my naked eye. I don't know if that's coming through the camera all that well.
Yeah, almost look very similar, except for this one's got a lot more blushing.
Yeah.
On the top.
Yeah, which is that yellow belly coming through. So very excited about this. I'm going to be keeping the red stripe yellow belly het clown, and the red stripe het clown will be available once they shed and eat. So we did journey to Arlington this weekend. The end result was a fantastic time. Getting down there was a freaking nightmare. I said this once before on a vlog, and now I mean it. I will never, ever give another dime to American Airlines in my entire life. So, this is how the story goes. So the initial flight we were supposed to leave at 7, layover in Chicago for about 50 minutes, and then shoot to Dallas. There was a storm, and the last minute they keep delaying, and then they delayed again, but then our connector delayed with it. So we looked good going out there, and then at the last second, the connecting flight, they moved back to original takeoff time. So I would never make that, and they had no additional flights out. So we ended up having to, we took a flight to Philly, knowing that we were going to miss the connecting flight, but we were hoping, and the person that helped us set it up was hoping that flight would also be delayed, so that we would just then get on the flight and we'd be good to go. No, that didn't happen. So we missed the flight as it was scheduled. We go to the customer service desk to kind of get things figured out what we're going to do next. The computers are down for 2 hours. We don't get things resolved to a little after 12:30. And the game plan was we had an 8:30 flight that would go from Philly to Orlando, and then from Orlando to Dallas, and we would arrive at like 4 o'clock in the afternoon on Friday, which was we've blown like 2 days. And I'm like, I don't know if that's gonna work. I'm really not happy about that. She goes, well, the only other thing you can do is go on standby for a 5 a.m. direct flight from Philly to Dallas. And I'm like, all right, well, you usually got to be there a couple hours ahead just to make sure, and I don't want to run a chance of missing that. So it's like 12:30, and I got to be there at 3 o'clock. I'm like, I'm not going to get a hotel.
Right.
So we laid around on the floor and in the seats in the airport for like 4 hours. And then waited till every passenger had boarded to find out that like we just got on the plane. So we ended up getting a direct flight. We got there at I think we landed at like 8 o'clock a.m. their time. And I'm not wasting the whole day. So we rented a car and we went right to it. We drove pretty much from Dallas. We took an Uber, got a rental, went to Matt Byram's, hung out there for a bit, helped him get packed and stuff for the show, for the Arlington show. And then by that point, we were like 11:30, 12 o'clock-ish. And I had started texting with Will Nussman and saying, hey, what's going on? What are the plans? So we had lunch with him. We went to the show, hung out for a bit. And then instead of hanging out with the crew like I normally do, we were beat.
I was gonna say, yeah, I'm exhausted just from hearing the story.
Yeah, so we went back. And they were so generous and to us. They had offered even beforehand for us to stay with them at his wife's aunt's place, which is north of Dallas. So we were staying there for a couple nights. So it was good to go there and just like relax and chill and not have to worry about like pounding drinks like mad. Even though we continued to drink, we didn't go to bed till like 11:30, and then got up the next day and then we did the show and stuff, and it was a good time. We saw Miguel, hung out with them a little bit, saw Harrison, saw obviously Matt Byram, saw Dave from Natural State, saw, oh god, I'm gonna miss that, KB Reptiles, dude, the whole crew was there, which was a great time.
Man, you guys must have been like up like 40 plus hours.
Yeah, something like that. That first
Whew.
go around, because we had, well, like when we flew out Thursday, I was up early because I had worked that day.
Right,
I worked a
right.
full day, and then we came home, put stuff together like mad, and just we couldn't have the flights figured out, so we just went to the airport, and it was a good thing we did, because otherwise we would have missed the flight to Philly, because our original flight had been pushed back to like 9:30, 10 o'clock. We got to the airport at 5 for our regular flight, and it was a good thing because the flight to Philly left at 7:05.
Perfect.
So yeah, so we got checked into that. We had dinner there, and then we just went and did all that stuff.
Oof.
So I mean, it was we spent the weekend hanging out with Will and his wife Shay, and it was a great time. But if you guys follow KB Reptiles or Royal Canvas Exotics or Matt Byram or Miguel, you like the next few days, there's going to be some ridiculously funny, crazy videos that are going to be coming out. Them crazy SOBs went bull riding, not mechanical bull riding, like legit bull riding, and they got tossed on their backside, and yeah, that I don't know. But
this guy decided not to do that.
I would have broke if I fell off that thing. And they're 2,000-pound bulls. You're gonna fall off, especially if you don't know what the hell you're doing. And ain't none of them know what they're doing. So that was pretty funny. And now we'll cut some eggs. There's been a lot of anticipation. You know what? We're not gonna cut eggs yet. I wanna. Why not? There were some questions about this girl, and what she looked like, and up to this point, there was also some very opinionated people telling me how I should pair her. And to be honest, like as much as you want scientific information, for me, I still want to breed the girl for something of quality. So I'm not going to breed her to a normal male that has no hets or anything in it. So if that's your scientific method, it's right out the window. I'm not doing it. So.
Our scientific method is daddy back to the normal daughter we produced that had the reduced stuff.
Well, I mean, I put her to something that doesn't have pin.
Right.
And for me, if she produces all pinstripes, that's kind of enough. But this is mom. This is what looks like is going to be a super pin. I mean, I have 2 eggs to go from this clutch, and then we'll do not the same pairing, but we'll do a similar pairing next year that doesn't so the male doesn't have pinstripe in it. But you can see she's crazy reduced.
Yeah,
I mean,
there's like nothing there.
There's no connectors anywhere on either side, and
Just
that dorsal is completely intact except for this one little half break here. And when again, she's coming off of these eggs, so it's been a couple months. She is eating, but when she gets back to weight, she just glows. She looks so good. But that's mama. What looks like is going to be a super pin. And then just for ha-has and giggles.
Yeah, she's a little angry.
Yeah, she, sometimes. This
There's
is Dad.
Papa.
So this is an OD Fire. This young man we picked up from Tallgrass, I believe. And it looks like he's going into shed. He's really subdued. And
I gotta stay back here to get more of that color. I get too close, it really dulls it out.
Yeah, the camera kind of changes.
Ballers was like, put the black pastel pin pied to her next year.
Black pastel. Oh, to make more super pins.
Black pastel super pins.
Yeah, right. All right, so now we gonna cut some eggs.
Now we get to the babies.
The babies. All right, there's a look at.
There, look at that one.
We got a boob,
babe.
and we got 5 that have come out. All 5 of these are pins, and this one is, you know, still hanging out in there.
Lazy one.
So I'm gonna leave the suspense to the end.
Yeah, that one that you've seen poke its head out looks pretty crazy looking.
I'm gonna cut these guys first so we can
Oh,
get a better look, and
save that one.
those two will be last.
Yeah, this one, Jim's been waiting to cut this one open. It is one hell of a boob egg. What do we got?
Crazy reduced.
Crazy bright.
Yeah, that's a OD Fire Pinstripe.
Like crazy reduced pinstripe too.
Yep, just like Mama.
Yep, that's really gonna, like, she's gorgeous when she's glowing. I can only imagine what that's gonna look like.
Oh, I agree. That's gonna be, and these guys were out of the egg at least that far at all different times today. So I have no doubt that they'll be out of the egg tomorrow, the next day. This one had a window, but
got a little fogged up by some little mold.
Yeah, and this looks like a standard traditional pinstripe.
Yep, so you can, as you guys can tell, that looks way different than Mom.
Yep, you have all those. You can see the alien heads and all that. They drop down, they connect to the belly. So very, very two different looking animals here. And I don't necessarily think, I mean, OD is known to like kind of reduce some stuff in certain combos. So that could be some of it here, but you've seen Mom and she's already crazy reduced. So that could be the Mom reduction plus, you know, the OD doing that.
You can tell this one went to town. Look at all those little cuts.
Yeah, he definitely wanted out of there. So we're going to help him. Or her.
Help him.
Now the other thing, we have a few other animals that were from, don't push against the egg, then I can't get my, here we go.
Really wants out of there. Look, another super reduced.
That's an OD pin.
Yeah, look at that crazy orange down by the belly.
Yeah.
Yeah, it looks good.
You're almost too close there. You'll block some of that light.
Sit still.
There it is.
Yep.
Yeah, so this looks like an OD pin, again with that.
Crazy reduced.
Not quite as reduced as Mom, so this is probably a lot of the reduction coming from the OD, where the other one, I think has, again, I started to say this the last time. So we put the jigsaw to jigsaw, we did a couple pairings with those two animals, and they've thrown some really weird, very clean, very reduced animals. So out of two clutches, there's three of them. This girl was one that produced this clutch.
Yep.
And then we took
to the black
Dad, which is a jigsaw, and put him to his daughter, which is a crazy, crazy clean jigsaw. So we'll see if...
No, he went to the normal.
Oh,
the crazy clean normal.
Okay.
Yep.
So there was also a normal that looked very similar, where it was like very reduced pattern and very clean. So he went to her to seeing if there's something there, and if it throws again, maybe there's a super part to it. I don't know.
Right.
So we'll see.
But the daughter to them went to the OD Fire also. So hopefully get some pretty cool looking jigsaws. Another bright one. Oh, wow. Look at that. Look at that crazy orange.
Oh my God, dude, that is ridiculous.
That orange is insane.
That is so nice. I'm really excited about that.
OD pin right there.
Yeah, I think that may also be an OD Fire pin.
Oh, that one looks
so much amped.
That one looks way different than that one.
Unless it's a high intensity OD, and I know zero about figuring that out. Wow, yeah.
And this OD is Aussie OD's, right?
No.
No? I thought you said it was from his line somewhere down.
Well, this is Tallgrass that I got it from, and I believe Tallgrass got theirs from him. So, but yeah, there's the difference from like
orange.
the OD Fire pin And maybe, yeah, like a high OD
That's
pin
crazy.
with all the reduction. I don't know.
Look at that orange, guys. Woo!
Yeah, so super exciting there. And the boob egg is super tiny, so
That's gonna be a itty bitty little tiny snake.
And it started to cut, so I know it's viable. It's just
It looks pinish through the window. You can see.
there's another OD fire.
Yeah.
That's OD fire pin.
Yep, that's another pin. Yeah.
Or fire pin. Look, oh, it's got that orange. I don't know. We'll see
Yeah.
when they come out. So
boob egg. The boob egg actually. It might be another one of the, like, it almost looks like that one, kind of like.
Yeah, with the fire nails. You can definitely see that those two there have the fire. So
Yep.
those may be fire pins. That's orange. That's orange. So those may be OD stuff. But
Regular
there's a
pin.
huge difference. Like that
That
one
one
is
is
just
crazy.
crazy. And then the regular pin. And then we'll see what happened. This was the lazy egg.
All right, so this is the one that had no cuts whatsoever.
And it's a pinstripe.
We have another pin.
Fire pin.
Yeah, that's what it looks like.
It's
Yeah.
a fire pin.
All right, so everybody, we have a pin, another, another, and two more. So far, 6 out of the 7 eggs are pin. And if you can see through that little window on the boob egg,
Yeah, that's tough to see through.
It's like
I don't know
right-
if that's the body though.
like right there.
Does it move? Yeah, that just may be the egg.
Yeah,
Let's
see.
cut it open and find out. But you can see here he cut out.
Yep, a couple little slash marks there.
I've never cut a boob egg. It's a pinstripe. Another fire pin, something?
Regular. Yeah.
It's not a regular pin.
Yeah. Looks maybe a fire.
It's either fire. Wow, look at the sides. The side. Now, because this is a boob, you can see where there's like no alien heads, but you get all those dashes.
Yeah. That's crazy.
Well, I mean, this is an abnormal animal, right? Out of a boob egg. So
Yeah.
is it gonna have like different markings and different things because it's an anomaly? I don't know. I don't know enough about the animals that come out of boob eggs that if they are considered, normal in every other respect.
So all 7 eggs
So there you
are
have
a
it,
pinstripe version.
dude. I think that one may stay here. That's got OD. Look at you see the orange.
Those two, boy and a girl, maybe.
I don't know. We're gonna have to wait to see when they come out and shed to really get a good look at them.
Yeah, because that'll intensify with the shed for sure.
Yeah. Can you imagine that getting brighter? Like,
Right.
Holy crap. Yeah, dude. Well, I mean, for me,
For it not being any like what we typically go for recessive stuff.
this was
This is a pretty
and this
good
was
clutch.
only done for me to prove her out for a super pin to see if she would produce all pinstripes, and she did.
Yep.
I just can't get over this animal.
Yeah, the amount of orange on that thing. And these guys will probably be
Look
out of
at it. Doesn't even have a dorsal stripe.
and these things will be out of the eggs tomorrow because there's absolutely like no.
There's no yolk. There's no nothing. They're like ready to jet. Dude, that animal is staying here.
For sure.
I don't know what it is.
But the amount of orange that's on that
The
thing is
quality-
insane.
The quality that's in that animal is definitely staying here. And there's orange here.
See, this is like Orange Dream that you just, if you want Orange Dream and stuff, just pass that around to different things because that
Yeah.
Orange Dream is
For
it's
sure.
insane.
Yeah. Yeah. So I don't know if that's got fire in it, but it definitely OD pin, and it looks really good.
Just trying to get a good look at it. And give me an itty bitty little tiny snake.
Yeah. We'll have to I don't know how we'll feed it. We have to cut Pinks in half or something. Feed it tails. Yeah, but this is definitely an OD Fire pin. You can see the orange, and it's reduced a little in color because of the fire. This is probably an OD pin with all the reduction from Mom. OD Fire pin. Fire pin, OD.
Yeah,
That's
couple
probably
fire pins.
But they're so different. I don't know. We'll have to see when they come out, but
And that one,
that
fire
one looks
pin.
really good. Yeah. So yeah, only the two regular pins, the boob egg and this one here, OD pin, OD Fire pin, and then I think three fire pins. Yeah. So yeah, Mom's a super as far as I'm concerned, and I'll keep breeding with that plan going forward, and you guys will come along the way and see every step. So if she ends up not throwing all pins, we'll find out. But as of right now, it looks like we got a super pin.
Loose balls is super pin. WTF?
Exactly. Yeah. I don't know if they were elusive and nobody's ever had one or produced all pins from one. I don't know.
Did you buy any new snakes in Arlington? That's from Ballers.
I did.
Jim go somewhere and not buy snakes?
So I went to Arlington twice. So the week before I went for work, and then I came home for 4 days and went back for the show. When I went down the week before, and I guess I can kind of follow up on the Instagram post where people were guessing as to what I bought. I did visit Matt Byram at Matt Byram Exotics. I won't be able to put a link below, but if you don't follow him, he is on Instagram. He does have a YouTube, so definitely go check him out. He's got some crazy stuff he's working with. When I went down a week ago, I picked up a Zawadi Fire Het Clown that is going to be very busy up here in the near future. It's about 500 grams or so. Purple hemipenes, no plugs yet, but he's going to be ready soon. So we're going to work that around, and then I also picked up a hypo clown project from him. So that's consists of about 8 to 9 animals that will be making their way here Wednesday. And for the show, I behave myself for the most part, but Matt don't even know this. I picked up a pastel GHI chocolate Het Desert Ghost to work into the Desert Ghost project. So, yeah, we have some snakes coming.
I knew.
You did not know.
I knew.
How do you know?
Because I have the Ectothermic Dungeon email.
Oh, yeah, I put it in the notes.
You put it in the notes.
Yeah, I always put it in the notes.
I knew. I was just waiting for you to tell me.
So those animals will be supposed to be shipped tomorrow and be here, assuming the weather continues to cooperate. So, yeah, it's been a busy couple weeks for sure.
Yeah, Jim's stacking on some snakes, that's for sure.
Well, there's 3 animals that actually they're actually triple hets. They're also het for Jolliffe. So they're really true ghost clown project on 3 of them. So
Dan just called you out. He says, I can go to a show without buying a snake. If I can go to Justin's without buying a snake, I can go without buying a snake.
You can until you don't want to anymore. But the Zawadi fit.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Because I have, if you've seen my clown stuff, I have a lot of pastel. There's a fair bit of yellow belly, and a gene of lesser. And then I just picked up the blade clown, and there's some hets in the background, but there's really nothing visually impactful for codoms that I have in my clown project.
Right.
So this will fix that. And these red stripes will also fix that. And Desert Ghost wise, it's kind of the same thing. I have a super pastel and I have a pastel Desert Ghost. And then the male is where the power is at, and he's a Firefly Leopard. But GHI and chocolate, it's a good ad. So if I was at Justin's and there was something that close that fit to where the vein that I was actually looking for, I would have jumped on it then, but there just wasn't. So
Asphalt is doing good. He's eating.
yeah, he's
No
chowing. He's
no sperm plugs yet.
400 and
Or no, does he?
450 grams. No plugs. Peens are
Ready to go.
yeah, they're all over each other. So I threw them in. I threw him in with Minnie just to see if he would get his game on and kind of spur things along. But he doesn't have plugs. But I mean,
Look at that belly.
this animal came from Snake Eyes Exotics, Matt Littlefield, and I'm forgetting her name.
He bought it as a 66% het pied, but it does show some markers.
It's not a 66.
Mm.
I mean, that's 100%. I mean, that belly, that's pied belly markings. It like you have tracks, you have all the orange, you have a ringer.
Yeah.
It's gonna prove. Got to get him a little bit bigger and let him get his game on. But yeah, that'll be a game changer for the pied stuff as well. So I don't know. It was a good weekend. I am though happy to be back. I spent like 4 or 5 hours up here, catching up on some snake stuff and whatnot. But
Yeah, your weekend definitely went a lot better than mine did.
yeah. Well, it's tough when you're kind of running all over the place.
Yeah.
And your cat. So
Yeah, this weekend we had to put one of our cats down, so that was the down of the weekend.
Yeah,
he was 10. He'd been around with us for a little while, but he was the youngest of the three.
yeah, those days suck.
Yep.
Yeah, there's no other way about that.
But back on a happier note.
Yeah, right. And I don't really have much else unless these guys have questions and or they want to see some other things. Yeah, but definitely be on social the next few days and follow Miguel and Harry Wang and that whole crew. What's his name too? Will Morose was there as well. So definitely check those guys out if you want to see some some bull riding at its finest. I would definitely see what that's all about.
No, Dave, we do not have any acid.
Nope, I don't have acid. I don't have confusion. I don't have any of that project yet. And from what I hear, it's basically all the same thing, and it's just a matter of who has which one. And so when you jump in, keep in mind who has which one, because if you want to ride a bit of a wave, Justin has the confusion stuff.
Yeah.
So my opinion is if you're going to get acid or confusion, I would get confusion just because it has the association.
Right. Yeah. We do have Adder. The boy's just not doing anything. He's lazy.
Yeah, he's been in with 5 or 6 girls and hasn't done anything at this point.
Might have to give him a break from food and see if he'll breed.
Yeah, all he wants to do is eat. So it's an adder, spider, banana. I just want to get the adder out of it. Whether it has banana in it or not, I'm fine with. I don't want really spider in a male. It just sit on the shelf to do one clutch a year is just a waste of bin and shelf space for males, and just my opinion. So,
do you guys still have the leopard yellow belly 66% het pied? We actually
the pastel leopard yellow belly. Yeah, I still got him. That's him right there. From the ivory, so that yellow belly is 100% guaranteed. There's no guessing there, because every animal had it. And the color difference is just ridiculous between, with and without the yellow belly.
Yeah, it's got some good color into it.
So by all intents and purposes, that's the same animal without yellow belly. it's night and day.
Right.
And both of those are available. They're both on Morph Market. But yeah, this dude looks crazy good.
Well, thanks, Dub. He said we have the nicest leopard stuff he's ever seen.
Thank you. I appreciate that a lot.
Yep.
Most of my leopard stuff came from Justin. And this guy is still here too. It's a pastel leopard ivory 66. They don't have the looks of the last one, but the power is,
Is there.
it's crazy. And when you see ringer, 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 I
think it's going to prove.
Yeah, well, I mean, it is a 66, but they look good. Power. And then I'm gonna show the nerd clown girl because
She keeps getting brighter and brighter.
yeah.
She looks really good.
Yeah, I wasn't really excited about the fader in the beginning, but she just
There we go.
dude, it's like a neon yellow that it's like she's got batteries.
For sure.
And I know, I like it. I mean, it's a bit of a reducer, and but I don't know. I'm kind of excited about this. I think she's gonna do really well, and she's gonna add a fair bit to the clown project with the fader, even if it is just the color.
Could you imagine the Zawadi did that? Like the
There's-
color added
there's
to it?
Always that possibility. We gotta see. We gotta see. Well, you may put the Zawadi to clown and it do nothing. It hasn't been done yet.
It's true.
So we'll see.
But yeah, that color is just crazy.
Yeah. Eating like a trash can.
Look at that eye. Nice and bluish.
I like that silver blue.
Back to the clutch.
They want to look at some Tide stuff.
Oh, they were asking what we had for clutches on deck. What do you have in the incubator? I have nothing currently in the incubator.
I was trying to remember.
Well, you have resurrection stuff.
They're both resurrection.
Yep, and
So
one was spot nose.
Super pastel, lesser
resurrection
spot nose, and then pastel inchy leopard yellow belly resurrection. So those are the two clutches that are in the incubator. I thought I had another one before this one cut, but we have tri-stripes that are gonna lay
pretty soon.
Yeah, real soon. And then I have inchy sugar to OD fire.
Yep.
That's gonna lay soon. This was inchy yellow belly to the minis dad, so possible more minis.
Yep.
If she proves for pied. And then there's a lot that's really close. So this
and I got
OD
one
Extreme,
coming.
I think she's like in prelay shed. Butter Extreme, she's been off, but she's been cold seeking and she just went back to heat. So that's coming soon. And then I have inchy yellow belly het ghost to the firefly leopard het desert ghost. So I won't get visuals out of it, but it'll spread around some leopard and some fire stuff. So that'll be.
Yeah.
We'll see.
And then I got one as of right now that's coming, and that's Fire Yellow Belly Het SK Xanthic to either the Pastel Spider Kelly SK Xanthic or the Pastel Dark Phase Xanthic. I don't know which one she's going to take. She locked with both. So we'll find out in a few months. Because the Spider Kelly stopped locking with her. He locked once and wouldn't lock anymore with her. So the one that gets more locked.
With the other one.
Yep.
Yeah. So yeah, she looks big and fat. So that stuff will be coming too.
Yep.
And then there's just a bunch of other ones that are really close. There's Enchi albino to resurrection that's off food. We're waiting for prelay shed.
Yep.
What else? The ivory is just getting fat. The ivory hat pied to a GHI leopard 66 pied.
Woo!
Yeah.
That's
Which he looks like he'll prove too.
yep.
With all like he has striping, he has the tracks and stuff. So that'll be crazy. So GHI leopard yellow belly pieds. I mean, who knows what that'll do?
Right. And my het puzzle girl, she's getting big and fat. She's locked once with the Orange Dream Banana het puzzle.
Yeah.
So we'll see.
Yeah. So there's some
She getting thick.
exciting stuff coming, or at least stuff that I'm excited about. And
Oh,
like
nice.
stuff like this is just, you know,
So-
nothing groundbreaking, but it's kind of cool to,
Yeah.
you know, at least documented all pins.
So now this makes me more excited about my pairing that I did. So the super pin that he showed you, the mom to this clutch, the sister to her from a different pairing, same dad, different mom. The jigsaw that we have that's reduced also went to the OD Fire. So
So he went to the jigsaw.
yeah, so it'll be OD Fire jigsaws. So that can look pretty cool because she's got some really cool reduced pattern too.
Yeah, the Mojave OD
Yeah.
Mojave Fire stuff is it's pretty hot.
Yeah, so this has got me excited for that clutch for sure, especially after seeing that right there. That's just woo.
Yeah, that's cool. Yeah, came out really good. Again, super. I don't know. I had an inkling, I had a feeling, but nothing more than that. And
Ballers was like, "Hey Matt, I'm sure the TSK boy I got from you is gay. What did you do to him?" Well, we bought him, thought he was a female.
so he's never seen girls or boys,
Boys.
for that matter. So, well,
Well,
actually, he has seen boys,
Boys.
and they didn't do anything. So it
Yeah.
made us wonder.
yeah. So I ended up popping him, and he ended up being a boy. Oh yeah. Thanks, Leon, for bringing that up. We do have a giveaway that's going on.
Oh,
Our 1,500 subscriber giveaway. We're getting there
not really.
slowly.
I think we've put on like 60 or 70 subs since we posted that video. Yeah. For sure. It's just not going anywhere. You know, we're sitting at 1362, I think, right now, and
Only
1500's a mark, so only another 140 to go.
come on, guys, find people to subscribe. But the giveaways for two snakes, a boy and a girl, both double het albino pieds. Dad was a albino pied, mom was a double het albino pied. So everything is
Yeah, 100% guaranteed. Cool.
yep.
So I don't know if we'll make New Hampshire. I put stuff out there for that. Which is the beginning of April. But before that, we will be in Long Island on March 20th.
Island?
Long Island. It's Long Island. That's how they say it.
Long Island.
Long Island. On March 29th. I'm a little parched here. So
Yeah, look, no drink.
Yeah. So at least those couple shows that are coming up, I will not be going to Tinley in March. And then like the next snake trip will be Tinley October. So a little bit to go before we go out and do that. But yeah, this is exciting. Yeah, that's definitely OD.
Yeah, OD Fire.
OD Fire pin. OD pin.
Maybe a high intensity OD, maybe.
Yeah, maybe. I don't have experience with it, so I couldn't really tell you. Fire pin. It's got orange on it, though. I don't know, man.
Yeah, it could be. You know how orange she was when she was young. Remember?
Yeah, she wasn't like that.
Well, no, I meant like
I don't know.
similar to that.
See, that's a fire pin
That is
for
so
sure. There's no
reduced.
orange there. That's a reduced fire pin. So that's got the reduction like mom. I think that's the same thing. Doesn't have really have orange in it.
Yeah, this one's got a lot. That one, a little bit more pattern than this one. This one's like crazy reduced.
I don't know. Definitely OD pin, OD fire pin for sure. I don't know that's really orange, bro.
Yeah, I'll have to wait until
That
it
may
sheds out.
that may be an OD pin, and that may be a high intensity OD pin,
pin.
OD fire pin, and then fire pin.
Yeah.
And it's gonna have a weird pattern.
Yeah.
You can see the pattern is really weird, and that's my guess is probably from being in the boo bag, and then the pinstripe. Whoop whoop.
Crazy clutch.
I love it. All right, y'all. Well, thanks for stealing a little bit of your time away from your families and stuff and hanging out with us for a minute. I say this every video, but I truly mean it. I really appreciate it when you guys take a little bit of time to swing by and even drop comments and stuff. It's what I actually enjoy doing these lives and having y'all's interaction better than I do making videos. Making the videos it's fun, but it's different. And we definitely enjoy this more. I wish I had more stuff to cut so we could do this, a couple times a week, but it is what it is, and we enjoy spending some time with you. Thanks for spending time with us. And until the next video, y'all have a great night.
See you guys later.
Peace.